I'm gonna be making a video on how to make the watch box I made earlier. This request was actually a gift for Father's Day. My customer really wanted that specific box in that photo, so I said, let me see what I can work with, and came up with this, and I was pretty happy with it. I think it came out really cute. So I'll show you everything I used and how I built it. Obviously, if you don't have all the materials, you don't have to make it look exactly like I did. And I'll let you know how you can not use all of them, or, you know, manage with what you have, you know. So first off, let's start with wood glue. You're gonna need wood glue. That's pretty much what puts all the pieces together. I also, just because I sell them and I want to be confident in my product, I also go ahead and use this nifty brad nailer. This one's Ryobi and it's battery powered, so I don't have to carry around the nasty air compressor that's so loud. Anyways, so I also brad nail them together and glue them together. The brad nail size I use, I want to say it's 5/8. I can't remember, I'll double check. They're very, very small because the wood I'm using is very thin and small, so I don't want to like go through the wood. Also, the engraving of the name I use, I just wood burn that. I'm sure there's other ways you could do it, like a scroll saw or something, but I wood burn it, so I just use your generic cheap wood burner. You can pretty much find them anywhere: Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. They're like 20 bucks. Literally, you can do a lot with them, and they're cheap. They're great. Have fun with it. Don't burn yourself. I've done that plenty of times. And then for the felt area of the drawer and then the top bottom, to protect like the watch faces not getting scratched or anything else, I went ahead and used the soft peel stick felt. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's like $2.50, but honestly, they usually have these half off. If not, then whatever, it's $3. But usually you can get them for like $1, $1.50. And there's peel on, stick on, so you don't have to glue this, which is great. You just cut it to the size you need, stick it on, and it's done. So there's that. I don't know if I mentioned, I got that at Hobby Lobby. I don't know. Anyways. Also, so the little like joinery you see on the sides, not dovetail exactly, but the look of that, you can use a router. I didn't use a router. I actually just used a jigsaw, which I just found easier, more manageable. This one I think is from like Target or Walmart, whatever. And it does the job. It's great. Just be careful to not split the wood. If you're using like plywood, that's easily split. So just be careful with that. There's tips on how to not split plywood when you're cutting, and that's like taping where you're gonna cut it so the sides stay down. Anyways, so there's that. And so for the wood part I use, let me go ahead. To make it look a little cuter, I used one piece of trim, very, very small. It also has a curve to it. Let me see if I can show that. That's gonna focus. Anyways, I guess you can see it here. It's I don't know how long this is, 2 feet, 3 feet. Whatever, it's trim. It's from Home Depot. There's a section for all of these. Pick what you like. I use this one. It's like $2. And then the rest of my wood I actually got from Hobby Lobby, because I don't know if my Home Depot or Lowe's just doesn't carry this size, and maybe others do, I don't know. One of these, it's a 1/4 inch, 2 feet wide, so 2 feet here, and 36 this way, 3 feet, whatever, so 3 feet, yeah, 3 feet. Okay, and this piece was $5. You can see the measurements there too, unless you forget. One of these. And then there's one more other piece. The bigger one, same thing, 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch, 8 inches tall by 36 inches long. You're gonna need this for your 3 sides. Your backing is gonna be your tallest side. That's why I went for 8 inches. Oh, also how I cut these pieces. I use a miter saw just because it's very, very easy. You just chop, you know? But like I know not everyone has access to that. So, I mean, you can use a circular saw. You can use the jigsaw. Whatever way you find of cutting that, will be fine. So before I go any further, I need to correct myself. I missed a few materials you're gonna need in the first video. So let me correct you before you go to the store and buy all the wrong materials. Not wrong, just not enough. So also, you're like, why is she wearing different clothes? Why does she look different 5 minutes later? So I actually, that day I made the first video, I did start cutting everything, and I did make a few cuts, but as you'll see in the video, I was just really tired. I had been in the garage all day working on other bigger projects, so at the end of the day when I went to cut these, I was just exhausted. It had been really, really hot in the garage that day. I was miserable, so I was like, you know what, let me do this in a better mood, when I'm thinking better. And so I took a break. And so I also realized I didn't tell you guys the correct materials. So when I went to the store to go buy the materials I would need, because I also forgot, they were out of stock. So I had to wait a few days for those to get restocked. So in the meantime, that happened. That's why your background may also, that's why my background may also look different. My housemate is a video game streamer, and he wanted, my housemate is a video game streamer on Twitch or something like that. I'm not really sure. And he wanted a cool background for his streaming videos, and he loves plants, so we went ahead and built that for him. Planter, there's a little planter box right there, and then that is made out of scroll saw, so all that is wood. That's his logo. You can't really see it right now because I'm not really focused on it, but whatever. Anyways, enough of that. Big sidetrack. Okay, so yes, you will need all the materials I mentioned in the first video, but also, so you'll need a little bit more. For the very bottom base and of the whole watch box and the base of the drawer, I use this called hardwood plywood, 2.7 millimeters. It's like super thin, very flimsy if it's in big chunks. And I actually bought this in a 4x8 sheet because I'm using it for a different project, so this is leftover. So I don't know if they sell less of this in smaller sections, because definitely you would not need 4x8, nor even close to that. I'm not really sure. You will actually need 2 of these. So the thicker ones that are 8 inches by 36. Also, what I use for the little drawer handle slide is this. They're called large ring hangers. So I actually found this in Hobby Lobby in the section of photo frames. The front of that watch box is gonna have 2 of these that are 12 inches long. Basically the box is 12 by 11. So one of them is gonna be where the nameplate goes, and the second one is going to be the face of the drawer. I do like to label all my pieces as I cut them so I don't get confused. Alright guys, if you notice for the sides, each side is starting lower and always going up, so they're curved. The first 2, like the drawer and the nameplate, they're 2 inches each. So the front needs to be 4 inches. And then it's gonna go all the way up to 6 inches because the back, the arched back, the tallest point of the arch is 7 inches. So this needs to start at 6 inches, so then it has an inch to arch over. I thought this was a good time to show you guys what I meant earlier when I said there's tricks on how to prevent plywood chipping when you're cutting. First of all, well, you might want to have the right blade for plywood. This is not the right blade, but that's okay. What you also can do is you tape it up